Hi, friends. Hi, everybody. This is Sally. I'm not on Camp Creek. I'm in my bedroom. I'm hiding from my grandchildren. Oh, I gotta move you a little. I never know. It's just so weird. This phone is different than my other phone, and I don't know where to look, and I can't focus anyway because I can't see good enough. Let's see. I can see if I come back here. I can see you, and you can see my fabric too. You see all those boxes of fabric that I don't have time to do anything with, although I have plans. Anyway, as I said, this is Sally on Camp Creek. Welcome to my yarny little world. Today I'm in my bedroom because my bedroom. It's my bedroom. See all my stuff I need to put away over there? That look terrible? Terrible. Anyway, I have some sheets that need to be folded, but the box and the place I had for them got occupied by something else. So they're still there. And they were all sorted, like kids' sheets, grandma sheets, guest room sheets. Now they're all messed up because we needed a sheet. I think we were building a fort. I'm not sure. And it got all messed up. So there they sit with my extra boxes. Anyway, why am I here and not in my living room? Because I'm hiding from my grandchildren. They're playing Legos in the living room, watching Wing Feather Saga and playing Legos. And I'm in my bedroom with my Coke Zero. At my desk. And my phone is a little crooked. Do you notice that? It's going wobbly. Okay, that's a little better. I don't know. I have such a crooked eye that it's hard for me to tell if it's actually better or not. But anyway, welcome to my yarny world. Welcome to my yarny vlog place where I get to talk about yarn and chickens and cows and sometimes my llama Logan. And oh, we had a new addition to the farm. We have a visiting horse named Melvin, and he's a very nice horse, very pretty brown horse. And Little Red is very happy to have someone to frolic with. And goats. What else is out here? Oh, Howard. Howard's in his crate. He's hiding from the grandchildren. I think they were wanting to dress him. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, here I am. And I have a finished object. I'm so excited about this finished object. I have worked on this for a while, and I've showed it to you several times as I've progressed. And I really like it. But I want to, oh, wait, something. Oh, there you are. Is that better? I had a smudge over there. I had a smudge on it. Anyhow, I wanted to show it to you. This is going to get caught in the basket down there, and then I'm going to be a very sad camper. This is my beautiful string thread shawl. And it is really pretty. It's not pretty because I made it. I'm not bragging. It's just very pretty. This is Rena's thread. And I can't find the tag, which was right here. Howard, did you eat my tag again? Howard has been really murder on yarn bands. Really, like he wants to obliterate them and then hide their bodies under the couch, in his bed, various places. But I ordered this off the internet. My daughter ordered it for me from Rena's Thread and Crafts, I think. And I would tell you, but like I said, I can't find the band because Howard, I believe, has stolen it. I ordered 4 skeins, 2 of each, because in my dumb brain, I thought I might need more than one to get the color that I wanted, because I wanted a shawl that was mostly green. So this is the mountain something color. It's all in there. It's got my hook in it and everything. And this is a different thing. I'll just show it to you, but this is my beautiful evergreen mist, maybe. I'm going to have to look it up because, like I said, Howard has a thing for the bands that go on your yarn. This is for my dear friend Tiffany, as the kids call her, Taffany. And it's green. See, it gets more and more green. And yes, it is ginormous. Totally ginormous. What? Who's that knocking on my door? Kindle, why do you want a snack?
My belly's growling.
Oh, your belly's growling. Okay, well, yeah.
Thank you.
What kind of snack?
Any kind of snack.
What are you thinking? What are you finding?
Probably.
There's oatmeal cookies, or there's a little bag of chips. There's cherries in the refrigerator.
Here, let me go check.
Anyway, so this is for her because I wanted to make her a virus shawl because she's been so sweet and she's just done so much around here. Been so helpful. Now, I showed it to my son and I said, "Isn't it pretty?" And he said,
So that one's
"But
gonna
why?"
get oatmeal cookies, and I want a little bag of chips.
Okay. I said, "Because it's pretty. Girls like pretty things." But why? It won't keep you warm. It looks like a spider web. I said, "Oh, it's supposed to look like a spider web." Thank you. I'm so glad it looks like a spider web because, we want it to be gossamer-esque or whatever. It looks just like it's supposed to, is what I told him. See how the colors fade and it goes into that brighter green? It's really pretty. And the camera does not do it justice because in the light, this coal color up here shows more green threads in it. And because this is so light, it needed weight. And so I beaded it. I wanted green beads, but I could not get them and I couldn't get anywhere to get them. So I ended up using the clear ones from Walmart. And these little clear E-class or E-glass, whatever they're called, beads, glass E-beads, like this, are like $4. You get a lot of these and they work up really well. And I used a whole one of these. I had to open another one because I had an unbeaded piece about that long. And I went through the carpet, the couch, I looked everywhere, and I did find about 6 beads, but I needed about 20. So my son went to Walmart and he actually found them, and it was the last box. So I used a few out of these. You get 100 grams or 3.5 ounces in this bulk pack of glass E-beads for $4. That's not bad. And they work up really good. And I use a small. I'm sure I don't do this correctly. I'm sure. I've tried lots of ways. But what I do that I find the easiest is I make my stitch with my regular crochet hook. And then I take that hook out of my work and I pick up my small, like maybe it's a 10, pretty small thread crochet hook that I can get into the belly of a bead, and I pick it up with that and I slide the bead onto the stitch, and then I replace it with my bigger hook and I proceed. And I do that. And sometimes it took me 3 days because I had to get up a lot. But it took me like 3 days to get that row with the most beads on it. And you don't really see the beads. They just kind of sparkle when the light hits them. But what it does is, oh, there's a fuzzy. It gives it weight so it drapes nicely. And I don't know if I can show you or not, but I'm going to try. Oh, got my Christmas shirt on because, you know, it is August. It's August in Oklahoma, and I'm hoping. No, actually, it's a beautiful, wet, rainy day, and you don't get that very often in August in Oklahoma. So I am a happy camper, or at least not northwest Oklahoma where I'm at. So yeah, it is gigantic. It ended up really big, and that was because I wanted to use as much of the yarn as I could, because I wanted to show the green off. And there's a lot of this charcoal kind of color up here. But I'm thinking she'll wear it more like, you know, up around her neck. She's taller than I am and skinny. So it's just a nice thing for a dress, a pretty, you know, if you're dressing up for something. Like, you know, if you were dressing up like for a wedding or anything like that. Church on Sunday. But yeah, and actually it's all cotton, so it wouldn't be hot. But it does give you a feeling of coverage. And I think it turned out really pretty. It is really big. You can hear those beads? You hear those beads clacking? Yeah. So, that is one skein of Rena's thread. It's like an 8-ply. See the beads. And it's plied and not twisted. So that gives it some different attributes, maybe we could call them. So the yarn has a little bit of a different personality than a yarn that's twisted. One of them is that the color on the colors, because it's a gradient, it'll start out with all one color, then they'll add another strand, and pretty soon 2 strands of that color, then that color takes over the first color, and it goes on and on. And it's really pretty. For this yarn, I discovered I needed to use a hook that had a little grit. I didn't do well with my very shiny metal hooks that I like to use for speed, because they didn't have enough grit. That's the wrong word, but they just didn't. Okay, they just didn't. So I have a boy hook, which I brought in here, and my goodness gracious sakes almighty, I hope I did not lose it. Because if I lose it, I will have to tear this house upside down and find it, because it's the one I like to use on any slippery shawl yarn. It's my go-to. And I don't see it in here. There's my hook. See how low that is? I don't know. It's pretty hard to see. My phone is like El Cheapo, and my nose in that thing. But it's a 10, or no, it's a 14. Just a little cheap metal hook. I have somewhere one that's only about this long. It's antique, and the back of it comes off and covers the top so that you don't stab yourself, you know, if you're traveling with your hook. And it's perfect because it's so short. I don't put the back on it, and I just use the front piece. It's so short that when you're crocheting, you can do your bead, you can slide that down in your hand. It doesn't have this. You can make your stitch, you can slide it up, and you're not picking up. It's faster. But in this last little move from my old house to my trailer house, I have not seen that. I know it's here. I just have not seen it. So I can't find my brushed, it's kind of a brushed boy hook. It's not in the bed. I carried it in here. I don't know what I did with it anyway. Nonetheless, what have you, and whatsoever, and all of that. Doesn't matter. So that shawl was the center of this ball. And as you can see, there's still some of the bright green. I wish I had pulled out a segment of the charcoal color and started higher with this green. I didn't really want the olive in it, just because, I don't know why. And I did stop just before the olive, but I can see that there is a little bit of that brighter green. That's okay. I think it turned out really pretty, and it's finished. And it didn't take me that long, and I had this much left. So that made one shawl, and I just don't think that's a bad deal. I just don't. Not a bad deal. And then the beads. So it cost me $20, $26, I think. I can't remember, but something like that. I think it's right here. Nope, that's not it. I have, oh no. Nope, that's not it either. I have somewhere up here in my desk, I have the paperwork on that, but I got 4 skeins and it was like $80, so. I found this though, my 4-year-old granddaughter drew that. It's kind of scary, but actually it's me with bunny ears, as she said. Never judge a child's artwork by what your brain sees. Looks like a vampire to me, but it's not. It's me dressed as a bunny. And look how thin I look. Anyway, that wasn't what I was looking for. But, so, and this is Rena's also. And I did start in the brown. I started right with what pulled out. And I am using an eye hook. This is a Hobby Lobby hook, but it's a little gritty. It's got a little texture, plastic. And this is Fiber Spiders Slice of Pie. It's kind of got a granny stitch shawl. And it's where you make an increase, go 6 stitches, make an increase, go 12 stitches, or 12 rows, I mean. Make an increase, go 24 rows, make an increase, go 48 rows, and on till you've used up all of your yarn, and it's as big as a tent, which I predict is going to happen because this stuff goes a long way, let me tell you. Now I've got this lovely scrap piece, and I just don't quite know what to do with it. But I will think of something. Meanwhile, I have 2 skeins of this and another skein of that. This is very pretty. It looks like a sunset to me. Kind of. Very pretty. I haven't worked on it very much. But speaking of shawls, I started another one. And this is made with Lion Brand mandala string, and I'm going to bead it also. I'm using 2 colors. Somebody's cut this apart, so I can't tell you what color this one is, but it calls for a G hook, and I'm using an I because I want a lot of drape. My second color is Jingle, and I may not use the brown. It's kind of hard to see, but there is a bit of a brown in there. This doesn't have the brown. It's the same colors without the brown, and it was Beat, called Beat. But let me show you what this looks like. So pretty and stringy and so fast to work up. Because it's string, you have no splitting issues. The yarn doesn't slide off the hook badly. I need to fix that. I don't like the way that looks up there. It just went really smooth. This is a virus shawl. Everyone's made this probably. It's such an easy shawl, and you get such a, especially with the variegated, you get such pretty color changes. This is for my niece, and I have 2 balls. I also have a puppy. Yes, I believe I do. I have 2 balls of this bead, which is the color she liked, and 1 of the other, the jingle. And I may do 6 repeats and then incorporate the jingle, and then do, the jingle doesn't have the yellow, and she does not like yellow very well. See, I've unraveled a little bit. That's why you're supposed to have a stitch marker on there, honey. Honey. So, I don't know why I started that already, but I did because I wanted to see if that string would be hard or easy to deal with. And I'm using an H hook on that. So there is that. There's my green sock. As you can see, my green sock is hiding in the owl bag where it's been living lately. I don't know. Unless I'm riding in the car a lot, I just don't really want to work on socks in the summertime because it makes my hands sweat, you know. Now, here is Parker's blanket. This is Barnett Baby and Raspberry Kiss. And that's the second ball. This is what I've got so far. Just a little bit hard to see. It's going to be a toddler size blanket, but a comfy blanket, you know, a floor blanket, lap blanket, whatever you want to call it. Parker is my son's girlfriend's baby, who's almost 4, I believe, or she's, yeah, close to 4, I think. And this is Grandma's favorite dishcloth, which makes my favorite swaddly, cuddly blanket. And if you use the stripe or variegated, you get some interest. It's great in a solid. And it's wonderful out of like Lion Brand's bamboo or Kaboo, yeah. Makes this really nice for a newborn. It makes it small. And with this, I went 1 skein. And when I almost was like, I knew I was going to be in my last row, I tied on and I started decreasing with my 2nd skein. So that'll be 2 skeins. And I'm using a 13 millimeter ChiaoGoo knitting needle. So that's what I'm working on. And I've also got 1 more football to make. And I was having trouble finding the yarn. My daughter ordered me one, and it came in the mail. So I have 1 more football to make for the kids for Christmas, and that's Storybook Crochet's pattern for the football with the smiley face. I just made it out of great big yarn, and I didn't put a smiley face on it. I'm going to put a little pocket on the back and put their Christmas money in it, and I'm going to send it to all my grandsons. So I have grandsons by blood and grandsons by blessing, which they're all by blessing, but some are blessing and blood, and some are just double blessing. So I needed to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 footballs. So I have 1 left. One looks real good. The other 4 don't. The backs of them don't look right because I was not doing it right. And after I got it done, I realized I was adding an extra row. So I got it figured out. But I'll put the pocket on the ugly side. And that will work. I'm sitting here at my desk. Let me show you what I found. Yes, friends. Look what Grandma found. And you know, up back here in the middle of nowhere, it's hard to find anywhere to have these processed. These are at least 30 years old. No, maybe not quite. Maybe 25. I know, they're old. I've had them a while, obviously. I don't know how I missed that bunch. Look, a skeeter bit me on the cheek right there. You can see it. Anyhow, So what's been going on the farm? Well, let's see. What's been going on? One day I got like 6+ spam calls. My phone says, spam alert, spam alert. That was kind of weird. And they were from all places, all over the place. Very interesting. And it was very odd that I got them all at one time. Very strange. One day, we had our first half week of school. So that went pretty well. But one day, the kids were so excited about school, and they were terribly rowdy for several days. And their dad was working. He works at the school, so he was gone. And the kids were home with me. And they were just crazy that day. They were so excited about school starting. But it was 110, so we kind of had a heat wave. And I told my grandson, go to the bathroom, and above the toilet in the cabinet is a new bottle of Advil. Don't open it. Do never open a medicine bottle, but bring it to me, and whatever you do, don't drop it in the toilet, because you'll ruin it if you drop it in the toilet. The toilet's right underneath the cabinet. So I had a splitting headache, and he came and he brought it to me, and he handed it to me, and I opened it, and I dumped it in my hand, popped 2 of them puppies in my mouth, and I thought, those were wet. I said, did you drop this bottle in the toilet? And he went, part way. How do you drop the Advil bottle part way in the toilet? Well, it didn't completely submerge. Oh, but it's okay, Grandma, because I washed it off. As I'm swallowing my toilet water Advil, brand new bottle, $11. I thought that it wasn't real wet in there, so most of the wetness came off the lid. Anyway, I stuck them bubbles back up in the cabinet, and I will just take them myself. Maybe I won't. I don't seldom take medicine, but I do take a little Advil here and there when I have a headache. And I have an eye sometime that hurts, and so it's, that's the only thing that helps with that. Anyway, that was a funny. And then I got my car, and I pushed the button to lower the window, and it broke. The button broke, and the window won't go up. And then my neighbor said, you have a tail light out? And then my battery died, and I'm thinking there's something after my car, but oh well. I ordered the part. Somebody's tapping on my window. Anyhow, so it's been that kind of a week. It's been a good week though. It's just been busy. It's been busy. Got my car going, so that's all good. And I've got very little crochet done, but I did finish that shawl. And so I feel like that is just like, oh my goodness, great to have that finished, because I really, really, really wanted it done. I just wanted it done. But I've been watching some videos a little bit, and Tess Loves Yarn, I think, I don't know, but she has a little chicken made out of 2 granny squares, and hers is about that big. Now for my girls for Christmas, I want to make them something, a stuffy type thing. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So I'm thinking about making that chicken out of jumbo yarn. What do you think? And then I could even put a little money pocket on it to give them their Christmas money. And then, because some of them are away, most of them are here, praise God, but some of them are away. So that would be fun. And I could make them in colors that they like. And her chicken's about this big, but I think if I made big ones, they would be about this big. But what I'm really excited about is I want to make see my sock yarn cabinet? That's all sock yarn. there might be a little bit other in there, but I don't think so. Most of it's Knit Picks, garage sale finds, or patents that I got on sale. There's a few other here and there, you know. But I bought about $100 worth of Knit Picks one time when they had like a 90% off sale, and I got all the sock yarn, and I have used so much of it. Like that cabinet was full of yarn, and I used so much that it wasn't, and it was like a third empty, and I was able to put all the rest of my sock yarn in there. So yeah, I love that cabinet for that. It's perfect. But if I took my sock yarn scraps, and I always have them, and I made those chickens, I think they would be about this big. And you could actually make them into a pincushion. That would be so cute for Christmas. I'm going to do it. Friends, I'm going to do it. I just think that would be so, so cute to give my friends at Christmas time. You know. Anyway, did you hear that? That's the sweetest sound you'll ever hear. What? They're whispering. What? What for? You'll have to wait. There's my spinning wheel back there. And I do have wool. And one of these days, I'm going to get to make some yarn. Eventually. When things slow down. I hear a squeak. Howard! Let me show you Howard before I sign off. In here. Ouch. Oh, goodness. Gripe, complain. Gripe can complain. Look. Here's Howard. Say hi, Howard. Ain't he pretty? He's look about this long now. They found me. Well, friends, I'll check in on you later, and I'll let you know how my string Lion brand string yarn comes out. I think it'll be real pretty. And I'll get my last football with the pockets, and that'll be fun. And then I can make my chickens. So, have a blessed day. Bye.